Hi everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket and today in this video we are going to look at what happened to the markets, what we can expect from the markets tomorrow and what happened to our trade. Before moving on, I would like to tell you about Target. So Target is the new platform where you can automate the execution of your strategies for free. So we had made an initial announcement regarding Target during the last week of May. From then on, we finished with the app and we are vigorously testing out various test cases. So we are almost done with it, and by the end of this week, we are going to show a live demo of how the functionality works. So how different functions in Target works and what are the different functions Target has. Mostly by Friday or Saturday, we are going to come out with a video, and very soon we are also going to launch it for early access. So with this, now we'll move on to the markets and look what happened to the markets today. So the thing is, today we opened with a gap down of close to around 100 points. The thing to note here is Nifty was lower by 100 points, but Bank Nifty was very strong. Bank Nifty was up by 150 points in the opening. So what really caused this? There are two main reasons. One, for the markets to open lower, the global cues weren't that positive, and the second thing, the major reason is the TCS results. So TCS results was very bad, and what happened because of that? TCS ended up opening almost around 4% lower. When TCS opened 4% lower, it was followed by the entire IT pact. So now we have to understand why is the entire IT pact coming down. The thing is, TCS is a benchmark for IT companies. So the thing is, if TCS is not able to meet the mark, then most likely most of the other IT companies might also miss meeting the estimates, and that's the reason TCS today fell almost around 4.5%, and all other heavyweights, Wipro, Infosys and also HCL, everything ended up coming down almost around 2 to 3%, and the entire IT index itself was down almost around 3.5%. So when IT was underperforming, on the other hand, we had most of the other sectors which ended up outperforming. So IT was continuously pulling down the index because IT is one of the heavyweights in the index. The weightage of the IT sector comes to almost close to around 20 to 21% in Nifty. When that is pulling down and the entire index is almost down by close to around 3%, we need other heavyweights to lift up the index. And on the other hand, we had the banking sector. So banking sector ended up doing fantastic today, and most of the banking stocks ended in green. And on top of that, we also got some help from Reliance, where Reliance was up almost around 1.2 to 1.5%, and even this helped the Nifty recover during the second half of the day. As we know that in the first half of the day, Nifty was down, Bank Nifty was trading higher, and Nifty was almost down close to around 50-60 points, and Bank Nifty was trading higher. From there on, Nifty completely recovered and traded in green. And the reason for this is, one, the rally in the banking sector which continued, and the second and the major reason is Reliance. Reliance went almost from negative 0.5% to positive 1.5%, and this more or less lifted the whole Nifty. So this is what happened to the markets today. Overall, we consolidated around 16,200. There was no much action, and we opened lower, slowly and slightly consolidated and started moving higher and came towards 16,200 and ended flat. We are just down by almost around 4 points or so. So we totally ended flat. The thing is, today's market movement is actually a positive. Even though we are ending the market flat, it is actually positive. Why? First reason, if you look at the Asian markets, all are down almost around 1.5-2%. In spite of that, we were able to end flat. That is the first reason. Second reason, if the IT index hadn't performed so badly, then quite easily we would have ended the day with positive. So ended the day in positive. So that is one more good reason. So just because we had underperformance by one sector, that actually pulled down the whole market. If not, today Nifty would have been positive. So this entire market movement, what we saw, even though we opened lower and went further lower, towards the end of the day, we were able to end almost at the highest point. All this suggests some bullish sentiment in Nifty. And to add on to the banking and Reliance rally, there was also metal sector and automobile sector. So both metal sector and automobile sector put together contribute to close to around 8% in Nifty. So even these two saw very good rally today, and even this surely contributed to Nifty recovering most of its losses. With this, now we are going to look at what we can expect from the markets tomorrow and also what trades we hold. So the thing is, as we know that right now the market is consolidating and intraday movements are fairly less. It is not as volatile as what we saw maybe 2 months back. So markets were moving violently, 50 points, 100 points up, down, up, down. So now the movements are relatively very low. Not just in Nifty, even in Bank Nifty, the movements are very low. So if you're an intraday option seller, whatever you had lost in maybe April, May, most likely you have recovered most of it in the first week of July itself, because the markets are absolutely going nowhere after the open. The thing is, we have seen a good rally last week, all the way from 15,700, 15,800, we have come towards 16,200. The thing is, if the global cues do not further support, then we might not see a continuation of this rally maybe towards 16,800 or 17,000. We might not witness if there is no support from the global cues. But on the other hand, we also have a very good support coming in for Nifty at 16,000 itself. So that's the reason we believe that the range of Nifty might be short, or Nifty might end up consolidating. The reason is, for Nifty, there is a good support at 16,000, and since the global cues are not supporting and we have already had a fantastic rally, we might not see the same paced rally moving ahead maybe next week. So that's the reason we expect Nifty to consolidate between 16,000 to 16,500 for this expiry. And when you look at the open interest also, you can see that there is very strong put writing at 16,000 and very strong call writing at 16,500, and a lot of short straddles which are done at 16,200. So 16,200 short straddles are pricing in close to around 230 points. So that means the break even will come closer towards 16,000 and 16,450. So we also hold close to around 48 lots or 2,400 quantity of Nifty short straddle, that is 16,200 short straddle, almost around 2,400 quantity. So along with that, now looking at Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty certainly seems to be more positive than Nifty, or more bullish, because we have seen that Bank Nifty has quite easily outperformed Nifty during the last week. That's the reason we do expect some bullish sentiment in Bank Nifty to continue, and we are expecting a range of 35,000 to 36,000 for Bank Nifty. So at the lower end, we have a very strong support at 34,700. Maybe just to play safer, you can also go for 34,700 to 36,000 in Bank Nifty. So the thing is, if we have good support from global cues, then quite easily we will be able to cross 36,000. If not, we might end up consolidating around 35,500, somewhere between 35,000 to 36,000 in Bank Nifty. So that is the idea what we are working with. And even in Bank Nifty, we have a 35,000 put short and 35,800 call short. So it is a short triangle, 35,000 puts and 35,800 calls. So this is the trade what we are holding in Bank Nifty, and Nifty we have a 16,200 short straddle. So this is what we are going to carry for tomorrow, and in case if the market either ends up crossing 35,000 on the lower side or 35,800 on the higher side, we are going to convert this position into a short straddle. So we are going to convert this into a 35,000 short straddle or a 35,800 short straddle. So on your screen, you can also take a look at the positions what we hold or what we are carrying, and with that you can also see the open interest for both Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. And now finally coming to what happened to our trades today. So today we ended up with a gain of close to around 1.2 lakh. So the thing is, option trades went fairly well, but we had some future trades, and one of the futures in this trade was both Mindtree and TCS. And as we know that IT stocks didn't do well today, and that's the reason futures took a hit of close to around 80,000, and from options we ended up making around 2 lakh. So overall we ended up with close to around 1.2 lakh. And not just this, on Friday we hadn't made a video. On Friday we ended up close to around 3.6 lakh. So when you combine both, so from Friday to Monday, we have totally made a profit of close to around 4.8 lakh. So this month has started on a positive note, and if the markets continue to behave in the same way, that is not very volatile, but they end up consolidating the whole day, then it is going to be quite good. Why is it going to be so good? The main reason for this is the VIX has not come down. So the market is moving nowhere. So this kind of movement you generally expect when the VIX is below 15. But right now you see the market is moving nowhere, but the VIX is also somewhere close to around 18, 19. That means the premium for for the options will be higher, but the market will not end up moving and you will get a brilliant decay throughout the day. So this month has favored option sellers quite a lot, and we hope that it continues the entire month or maybe the entire quarter also. So with this, we will come to the end of this video. If you have liked the video, do not forget to hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining.